Hello, this is another exciting episode of Reality Check Radio. And in this episode, I am going to talk about all the amazing and weird things that are going on in the skies above us right now, including UFOs, flying saucers, and man-made drones per se. And I've studied into this for years, and I predicted this would happen over 5 years ago with my book, The Matrix Code and the Alien Agenda. So if you haven't purchased that, go on Amazon or Barnes and Noble or any platform worldwide and you can purchase it. I would suggest that you do that because it will help you understand everything that we're going through right now. I can only touch on so much in one video, but I'll do my best because I don't want to drag things on. I want to keep it short and sweet within 30 minutes and do my best to help you decide what you're seeing in the night skies or the day skies or wherever you observe these UFOs. So, with that being said, let's start with man-made technology. Um, Despite what, despite what they try to tell us, it's kind of a joke. Um, if you really think about it, I guess most people don't really think it over. Otherwise, you would come to the same conclusions that I have. Um, Rocket technology started like in the 1930s, and there was at that time there weren't any cell phones, right? Right? When did cell phones start? What in the early 80s with these big old block phones that, were pathetic. So my question to you is, look how far cell phones have come from the big old blocks they were in the 80s until now. But they would have you believe that they're still struggling to perfect rocket technology. Elon Musk, SpaceX is a perfect example of this. Um, what Almost 100 years, literally 90 years later, they're trying to tell you or get you to believe that they're still trying to perfect rocket technology. That's BS. Okay, that's obvious BS once I pointed this out to you. Okay, when compared to the cell phone, and since the 1930s, they're still trying to perfect rocket technology. Complete BS, complete bunk. Whistleblowers that have came forward that work with the Black Ops government programs have told us several times that they are literally at least 50 years, 50 with a 50 years ahead of what we are aware of right now. And that's the truth. I've done my own due diligence and my own investigations, and I am very aware of this being the truth. So this video isn't going to be about that because if you want to debate me about that, then go ahead, challenge me to a debate, and we can have that on a whole nother episode of Reality Check Radio Live, just so you can look dumb. But um, it's not about that. This episode is about recognizing what you're seeing right now in the skies above you. And I explain the different technologies that they have currently in my book, that is the Matrix Code and the Alien Agenda. And to start off with, I explain man-made technology, which is so far more advanced than what people realize. Man-made technology is easily confused with space alien or UFO technology, and I'm going to share that with you and hopefully explain that right now. So what we have here is a picture of the TR-3B Astra, and this was a top secret craft made from reverse technology by alien technology. You could call it alien, and we're gonna say alien for now because I don't have time to dive into what alien actually means in this episode to keep it short, but we're gonna call it alien technology. It's not human, in other words. And because of these crashed alien craft, man has been able to reverse technology through reverse technology to create craft like the TR-3B Astra. Okay, and the TR-3B Astra has 80% um, anti-gravity. In other words, it can go from sitting on the ground into outer space in less than 30 seconds. It also has as you can see here, if you can see my mouse, I'm circling the engine that's in the middle of this craft. This is an engine that is made out of liquid metal, um, and I'm trying to mercury. Okay, mercury, liquid metal, which is mercury. It's made out of mercury and has a anti-plasma discharge, and it spins at high speeds, which creates an um, anti gravity field around the craft. And like I said, it can go from sitting on Earth into outer space in less than 30 seconds. It can. This craft also has time skip technology, which seems like woo-woo to people that don't understand this stuff, but that's not because it's not true, it's because you're ignorant. Um, this craft was flying around during the mid 1980s. This craft is over 40 years old, or right at 40 years old right now. So this is very old technology. So the fact that I'm talking about this craft and the fact that you may denying that it exists in your head shows just how naive you are, because I'm talking about technology that is over 40 years old and you're still shaking your head. No, no, this doesn't exist. It can't exist. Okay, it's time to go take another dunk into the water, dip your head in cold water, come up, refresh yourself, and start over because you are in the wrong paradigm. I'm trying to explain to you what is actually going on in our current timeline. Okay, so anyways, so the TR-3B Astra, created in the early 80s and seen in the mid 80s, has time skip technology. When it uses this technology, you will see this craft starting in the middle here all of a sudden going into a brilliant bright orb, and then the whole craft will disappear with a bright flash, and it will reappear a few hundred miles away. It's called time skip technology. This kind of technology is not only used to disappear and reappear hundreds of miles away, but it's also used in making maneuvers that defy the laws of physics. In other words, this craft can go from literally going 5,000 miles per hour in one direction and at a 90-degree angle shoot off into another direction. And this would literally, by the G forces alone, kill everyone inside of the craft. But it doesn't kill them because this craft has time skip technology. In other words, it implements this technology when it does the 90-degree maneuver. It implements this technology, and no one is literally in the craft until after the maneuver is made, and then the personnel are in the craft again, because this is what they call time skip technology. I'm not going to pretend that I know everything about it, but I probably know more than you do. So I'm just trying to explain this. Not from pride. I'm not saying this from pride. I'm saying this from years and years and years of study and being an author who writes books that expose these things that are being kept from you. And so don't be mad at me. I'm just giving you information that is being kept from you. Okay. So what we have went over so far is the TR3B Astera, which is our technology. Now, how can we distinguish our own technology from alien technology, and how can we know the difference? The difference is, if you ever got the chance, and I doubt you ever would, but if you ever got the chance to look closely, the difference is our own technology, like this craft here, the TR3B Astra, is held together by rivets. Okay. Real flying saucers by, quote, real aliens, which is a whole nother subject, are not held together by rivets. Okay. So that's the difference. With that being said, I'm going to stop share here, and I'm going to go into another description of the TR3B, which is right here. It's called the USAF Top Secret Nuclear Powered Flying Triangle. It's not top secret anymore. It's actually been completely divulged with government documents and patents that we can all look up. Literally, you can all verify what I'm saying. None of this is top secret. This literally is from the early 80s. This technology is very old, even though it may seem mind warping to you right now. And this diagram here kind of explains what I just told you. Mercury plasma ring. It's being defined, magnetic field. Right here, it's being defined. I'm reading it to you. It's kind of small, so I'm kind of having trouble reading it, but it says mercury plasma uh something ring, magnetic field, dB raptor, gravity reforced by 89%. So it defies gravity by 89%. Anyway, basically what I just told you, it's being literally explained because the patents are out on this. It's no longer top secret, okay? So I'm going to just end that there. Okay, I mean, because I don't want to make this a very long video. My agenda here is just to try to help everybody out because there's so much confusion right now with all these things we're seeing in the skies. Okay, so I just explained man-made technology. It has rivets. If you would, that would be the simplest way to define it. If you could see it up close, you see little rivets going around the edges that hold it together. Okay, and now I'm going to show you space alien technology, which is, it's kind of hard to do without at least letting you know somewhat of a background, biblically, scientifically, and historically, of what this is all about. And okay, I mean, I was debating whether I even want to dive into this here, but I guess it's a little necessary. So, from the Garden of Eden, there was a seed, the serpent seed, and the seed of God through Abel. And these seed lines have been battling each other. Okay, the serpent seed was cursed to go inside the earth. And I have videos on YouTube because there's going to be a bunch of idiots that think they know better. You don't know better. Like I said, I'm willing to debate anybody. But you're going to think because of the term serpent seed indoctrination, that was a term that was designed specifically to get you to deny the serpent seed ever exists. Well, you can't really deny it because we see it all around us. You can't really deny it because the Bible literally says it. And I explain that in my videos and I show the scripture that literally says where Cain was cursed to go off the face of the earth, inside of the earth. Okay, not on the earth, inside of the earth, off the face of the earth. That's literally what it says in the King James and the Hebrew. So you can't deny it. You can only be ignorant of it. Why was Cain cursed to go inside the earth? He was cursed to go inside the earth because Cain is part of the serpent seed. He's the seed of his father, the devil. Okay, and when the devil came to God in Job, God asked him, "Where comest thou from?" And the devil replied, Satan replied, "I come from traveling to and fro, from traveling up and down inside the earth." Look it up in the King James Version. Like I told you, do your due diligence. I may not remember every reference, but I remember the quotes of what was said. Look that up in Job, and you will see that I'm exactly spot on. So Cain was cursed to go inside the earth because his father, Satan, dwells inside the earth. He was cursed to go to the same place his father already dwells. It makes perfect sense. If you doubt this, if that's not enough evidence, we have plenty of whistleblowers, including Phil Snyder, that came forward saying when they were digging or blowing holes in the earth deep underground, they opened up caverns where they discovered what Phil describes as aliens. Even though he doesn't get it, why would a freaking alien be deep down inside the earth? Because Phil has been conditioned, like you have been conditioned, to believe that these serpent-looking grays are aliens from deep outer space, from Residia Reculi, or whatever the star system is they claim to come from. That's all BS. These entities come from deep under the earth. That's why every whistleblower that has ever been in deep underground military bases and has come forward will tell you that in the bottom levels, these serpent seed entities exist. Most of these guys are already dead because they came forward and were willing to stick their necks out to give you this information. This is not BS. This is fact. Okay. So that being said, these entities a lot of them lost their lives during the flood of Noah. Some of them survived underground, which is what Phil Schneider ran into. But a lot of them lost their lives in the flood of Noah. And because of this, a lot of them, meaning probably millions, if not billions. Okay, so you get some idea of numbers. So in these deep underground military bases, they are literally creating bodies for these entities. And before I dive too much into that, I want to explain demon possession. Demon possession is when one of these entities tries to possess a human body. This human body is not created in the image of this entity. So when it tries to possess a human body, there's a struggle and a fight. And the human body will be frothing at the mouth, doing all kinds of weird things because it's not a unity. There's no unison here. It's a spirit that doesn't belong in this body. And it's a struggle and a fight. To prevent this, they literally have the technology to do what we call cow mutilations, what you've seen as cow mutilations, where there's surgical cuts and things on cows that they find that have no blood. There's no blood there. It's just surgical incisions made and things taken, organs taken, and different things taken from the cows. They're doing this so they can use this DNA to recreate the bodies of these entities, these demonic entities that, according to the book of Enoch, were cursed to walk the earth. Okay, they don't have flying ability. They were cursed to walk the earth in spirit form or physical form. It doesn't matter. They were cursed to walk the earth, and God doesn't give, exceptions. So in the spirit or in the body, they have no technology other than to walk the earth. So these entities are having bodies made for them that represent or look like their spirit form, which is serpent seed aliens. And then these entities can indwell these alien pod bodies that are made for them, and they now have a living body around them that they can function inside of. Okay, but they still need a way to travel because they are cursed to walk the earth. Their intelligent levels, according to Dr. Stephen Greer and other people that are inside this kind of knowledge but are still deceived, hugely deceived in other aspects, which I won't dive into right now, understand these alien entities, and they have, according to Dr. Stephen Greer, an IQ of over 300. Okay, Einstein was 160. Okay, so if these entities have an IQ of almost double Einstein, that's pretty amazing. Anyway, these entities have created spacecraft that they can control through their thoughts. Spacecraft that is controlled out of nanometallic particles Nano meaning subatomic particles of metal that they control with their minds. Okay, so these are what you and I know as flying saucers. They are seamless, no rivets, seamless, shining, saucer looking vehicles, which brings us to what I want to share with you next. Okay, this is basically, I mean, it's a broad description, obviously, but this is basically what we're talking about here. No seams. The seams form when they land and they think about a door opening up, and the nanotechnology that forms a solid metal separates itself and forms a door. Okay, they also command the same technology in flight in the same way. This is demonic. It is spirits of alien serpent seed, or in some cases, even Nephilim. Okay, but that's a whole nother topic, and I'm not gonna take the time to get into Nephilim giants. We can do that in another episode of Reality Check Radio. Right now, I'm just talking about serpent seed. So if I'm sorry, I got hiccups tonight. I'm sorry. But if you're confused a little because this isn't what you were indoctrinated to believe, I'm sorry. I'm telling you the truth. Okay, and now we have made it to seamless, shining, saucer-like vehicles that are controlled by serpent-seed demonic entities. Okay, from pre-Adamic even races. And like I said, I'll go into the details maybe in another episode of Reality Check Radio, but I'm just trying to explain things that we see in the night sky and kind of make sense of it all, a little bit of sense, so we understand a little bit of what's going on and what we see, currently. And the last thing we need to address is these plasmoids, which look like giant orbs of plasma that we see in the sky. Now, these are a whole another entity. And and a lot of people want to deceive you. They want you to believe that these alien flying saucers that we just went over, as well as these plasmoids that I'm going to go into next, come from a different universe, that they can come in and out of parallel universes. This is BS, complete BS. They do not come from a different universe. What the plasmoids can do, not the flying saucers per se, but what the plasmoids can do is come from a different dimension. So they can zoom in and out instantly from our dimension to their dimension, which is not a different universe. There is no different universes. This is a lie that the mainstream, especially the satanic elites, want you to believe in order to create their satanic seed deception that we were all created from space aliens. They want you to believe there are parallel universes. There isn't. God created one universe. There are parallel dimensions within this one universe. And these plasmoids come from a parallel dimension. So, with that being said, I will share a photo of what we would call a plasmoid, which it looks something like this. And these plasmoids can be seen in the sky, sometimes absorbing and shooting down the The man-made technology. What the heck? I'm spacing. Anyway, I'm spacing the man-made technology that we see flying in the skies. I'm sorry. I'm so tired right now, guys. I've been up for hours. Um, Not droids, not flying saucers, but anyway, the little things you can buy at Walmart that are created in bigger sizes. I'm sorry, I'm spacing the name. Um, anyways, I'm sorry, guys. Like I said, I'm super tired. I've been up way too long, but I want to get this out to you guys. I want to get this information out to you guys. And anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. You know, these little platforms that you can send out with your cell phone, and that they're using supposedly with greater technology to fly around and create the chaos that we're observing right now. Yeah, anyway, that is literally our technology that you're seeing in the forms of these robotic machines that are created by us. But there is also things out there that are being observed that are these plasmoids that we're seeing right now in this picture. And these plasmoids are fallen angel technology that I talk about in my book, The Matrix Code and the Alien Agenda, this fallen angel technology. And they come in the shape of flying orbs, like what you're seeing in this photo here. And they have the ability to transform into and out of our current dimension anytime they want to. They have the ability to to travel at any speed, including light speed, and make um, navigational maneuvers that would be impossible for any of our craft to do because they're not within our own reality. We're seeing them within our own realm, but they're not literally defined by our own laws of physics. They're fallen angels, and they can literally traverse and navigate outside of our own laws of physics and reappear and disappear. Okay. Absorb our own flying technology, whether it be a TR-3B Astra or a flying dang, it's driving me nuts. I want to just shut all this down and look it up. But basically the flying craft that we have haunting our cities all over New Jersey, New York, and wherever across the USA and across the world, this is not that. This is not that. This is not technology that the alien entities have that are the demonic spirits that have the flying saucers. This is not that either. This is a whole different technology that is angel, fallen angel technology. And it is way beyond our drones that fly up there. It's way beyond UFOs or flying saucers that are demonic. This is way beyond any of that. And it is fallen angel technology. Okay. And it is the kind of technology that literally the Bible says. The Bible tells Christians we can rebuke the demonic. Okay, we can rebuke other people. but we're not to rebuke fallen angels. Even one of the, I believe it was Michael the archangel, was not willing to rebuke Satan, another fallen angel. He said, the Lord. He went to the Lord. He proclaimed the Lord because he was not willing to rebuke him himself. Okay, so this is getting very advanced, not only in technology, but in spiritual meaning. When we're talking about these orbs that are fallen angels, and this is literally part of the end times that we live in. That being said, I want to hold on one second. Anyways, that link didn't come up. So, yeah, it's just basics that I want to explain to you. So you have a little bit of a deeper understanding without me going off into deep rabbit trails or rabbit holes into any given subject matter. I just want you guys to understand that, we have these drones that are man-made that are flying above us. Then there's flying saucers that are actually part of serpent seed alien technology. And then there's orbs that are actually part of fallen angel technology. And I cover all this in detail in my book, The Matrix Code and the Alien Agenda. And if I can share that with you just really quick, this is it on Amazon. It's called The Matrix Code and the Alien Agenda. And this is what the book looks like. And it takes you into a very, very deep dive into the subject matter that we're dealing with right now, that we were dealing with previously, and that we are going to be dealing with in the very near future. That's why it has the pyramid on the cover with the capstone being the all-seeing eye of Lucifer. I dive into this subject matter in to a certain degree on my YouTube channel, but in depth in this book. That's why it says right here below this, deep secrets in history and science have been carefully hidden from the public until now, because it literally means that. Okay, there are deep secrets that the satanic elite have kept hidden from us. And I believe the Lord has set me aside to share these things with you. And I believe my life has been spared. I know it has been spared. I know my life's been spared because I've had several death attempts already against me. And by God's grace, I'm still alive. So I know, at least until this point, my life has been spared to share this with you guys. And I'm blessed, to be able to just share this information with you so you can understand and avoid being deceived by the great deception that is coming and is literally upon us right now. So, if you are led by the Lord, please donate by PayPal, the Quantum Torah 777.com or .gmail.com, excuse me. Or, just buy one of the books that I've written, The Bible Code Solved or The Matrix Code and the Alien Agenda. This also helps support my ministry. My ministry takes a lot of studying into what we're currently experiencing, as well as what I've already written, making the dots connect for everybody, and keeping up to date, keeping you up to date, so that people aren't deceived. People that are willing to pray about it, they have open eyes, have the information or a source to go to for this information, and you don't need to be deceived. And this is my ministry and my goal. And so, like I said, if you can donate, please do so at PayPal at the quantumtaurus777 at gmail.com, or just buy a book available on Amazon or Barnes and Noble or pretty much any platform worldwide. And if you can't do that, I totally understand. It's not a big deal. Just simply like, subscribe, and share my YouTube channel with others so others can, get this information and avoid being deceived by this great satanic deception that's coming upon us all. Okay? So I'm here for you guys. I love you guys. I'm here for you. I want to expose the agenda of the enemy and lead you guys to the truth, no matter what. So thank you for bearing with me. Thank you for holding out for another exciting episode of Reality Check Radio. Until the next episode, be safe and God bless.